Welcome to Downtown Bridal's Vendor Collective, where we bring you event professionals of the Delmarva Eastern Shore. They are experts in their field, and they're a key part of how we're elevating our upcoming events at Downtown Bridal. When we look for partners to collaborate with, we look for two things: excellence in their craft and real value for our clients.
So today I am here with Laura Brittingham of Brittingham Farms in Millsboro, Delaware. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
So I'm so excited to be here. We have so many brides that do get booked with you, and this is my first time here, and it's so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I walked in and was like, oh, Pretty Lavender, you having a lavender festival? Yes, this weekend.
So first off, a little history about Brittingham Farms. So we are fourth generation owned. We are a real working grain farm. I decided to add lavender to our existing 350 acres about 5 years ago. Okay. And so, to keep the farm viable and productive, we had to get creative ways.
Absolutely. I
was approached by several brides, and they asked if they could get married here, and honestly, it had never been a thought before. So I did. I planted, I think we're at 5,000 lavender plants now. We're over 5 acres of just lavender. Most of it's meant for oil distillation. Mm-hmm. But in terms of ceremony locations, we have at least 4, I would say. Okay. So the pavilion in the center of the lavender field obviously is the most popular. Mm-hmm. So we've done about 20 weddings so far, and I would say about 75% of the weddings that we've done so far are taking place right in the middle of the lavender field. Beautiful. And even in the off season, after we come and harvest everything, because we're real farm kids, everything here has a job. Mm-hmm. So even when the lavender is harvested back, it's still beautiful. It honestly resembles like a boxwood garden. Okay. So that is the most popular ceremony spot. We have a beautiful pond in the back of the property, which now is the home of a yurt and a future little dock. We have had a couple brides love the pond back there, especially during the fall season. Oh, yeah. So that's where the corn or the soybeans is in the background. Okay. The foliage is beautiful back there, and typically we can cut a little path out of a little archway that just naturally happened in the woods line, so the bridal party can kind of tuck away into the woods. Very cool. And then walk into an open grove area where it just overlooks the pond. So again, that's the second choice for brides. Mm-hmm. We have another little alcove that's wooded here, and then we have our beautiful European fountain and a little pavilion here right beyond the store. So that's been used a couple times too. So I would say 4 good locations, but we love creative brides. So if they come here and they see something that I don't, we absolutely encourage that. So we love the creativity that some of our brides come here with. Yes. And we really want to just encourage people that when they come tour the farm, it's their blank canvas. We love for them to use it however they can see it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. So we have furniture for 150 guests. Okay. We can go a little above that, but 150 is the perfect number for our wedding venue at Brittingham Farms. So we did just invest in 12 beautiful farm tables, rectangle wood farm tables. We have 10 rounds. We have the wood crossback chairs that perfectly match the beams inside, the old beams inside the building. And then we did purchase also 150 ceremony chairs. So there's quite a bit of furniture that comes with the venue and the rental, which is fantastic. Mm-hmm. And people can arrange that however they want. We've seen so many different layouts of the building. So I would say a minimum of 60. Otherwise, the building feels a little bit too big. But we have the covered porch as well, and that's a great rain plan. And fantastic rain
beautiful
plan.
Size.
It is beautiful size. So 150 people, there's still lots of room in the building. We've gone a little over 200 for different events where they don't require a dance floor. We had the Bridge, the Christian radio station, come use it for a women's retreat. And I think they had a little bit over 200. And that was comfortably seating. So for kind of a meeting setting where everyone's seated, we can do about 200. But for a nice big dance floor and a fun party, I would say about 150.
How do you handle parking for that size?
Yes, so we have on 180 acres just here on the home farm alone, we have plenty of parking.
Okay.
So, and we have a festival every year that's roughly about 1,000 people. So we have no problem parking cars.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So all right here. And we have 2 options for parking. Guests can, or couples can choose for their guests to park right outside of the venue barn, or we can have cars kind of hidden and tucked away up closer to the front of the farm at the store. So it's really whatever they want. If they choose to use the lavender field during golden hour and they want those beautiful lavender field portraits at the end of the evening, then we usually suggest parking takes place up at the store so that there's not a lot of editing for our photo team, and they can get the portraits that they want in the field. No, so we allow our brides complete flexibility. As a new wedding venue, I thought it was really important to me to get to know all of the local vendors. I wanted to really just embrace everyone, and so many brides come to me and they love that freedom. And it hasn't been a problem so far. And so we make a list of all of the vendors that we loved and the ones that we loved meeting. And so we do have our favorites, but we don't hold anyone to our list. So when couples come here, they have complete flexibility. They can use any catering team, any photographer, any baker, any florist. So we allow them complete flexibility. Another thing that I think makes us stand out with us being a new venue is we allow our brides to come in from Tuesday on. It is not a one-day rental here.
Wow.
We're a real working grain farm. Someone is always here. Why would I hold my brides off and make them do a one-day rental? I think for us just getting started, it creates a little bit more flexibility and ease of the stress level. Like, we don't need to do a one-day rental for Saturdays only.
So
We are.
Okay.
One wedding a weekend. We allow our brides from Tuesday on. We have an 11 o'clock stop time on Saturday night. And then we encourage them to take their most important things and then come back and clean up on Sundays.
So takes away a lot of stress.
Yeah, for us, it just fits our family work-life balance a little bit better. And, it's just something different in terms of what's offered, I feel like, locally.
Yeah.
You had said that at this point you suggest getting the executive restrooms.
Yes.
Is that something that you had the connection for that you handle,
Yes.
or they have to do it independently?
So each vendor will need to be booked independently through the couple. So we try to allow them to piece the wedding together the way that it suits their budget. Like I remember as a young bride, it was important to me to kind of be able to shop around and do some things. So I think that again makes us appealing to, again, offer something really different. So yes, right now the venue barn does not have restrooms. A restroom trailer would need to be rented separately. That's something that we have on our wish list. We've invested a lot of money in the venue barn so far. It is something next on our wish list. In addition to the whole bridal cottage, we have a vacant house on the property too that will be transformed within the next year or so. So we still have lots of things on our punch list that we want to complete here.
We always have the big picture.
And Farm Kids never stop, so that it will happen at some point. But right now, a restroom trailer will need to be added. But someday we envision maybe a little wing off the venue with our distillery built into it too, as
So the
another
distillery
focal
is
point.
what I was going to ask
Yes,
next.
yes.
So I'm assuming that's for the lavender.
Yes.
And what products do you make
Yes.
with that? And do you have it as favor options?
Yes, absolutely. So yes to all of the above. So in our little farm store, you will notice a whole line of body products. We do distill on the farm our own lavender essential oil. Again, making us very unique among lavender farms in the state of Delaware, plus wedding venues. Again, I can't emphasize enough that real working farm. So yes, the majority of our lavender field will be hauled into our distillery, distilled to make 100% pure lavender essential oil. All of that essential oil is used to create our own line of body products. We offer our brides wholesale pricing for all of their favors or their bridal party gift baskets. So yes, everything can be done in-house in terms of favors and items, little favors on the table or in the place setting or things as the guests are leaving in the end of the evening. So. So we have a true, I think maybe it's owned by Hilton. It's the hotel, it's 5 minutes away.
5 minutes, okay.
Yes. And then we've noticed that there are several Airbnbs locally too in town Millsboro. So we've had couples do that as well. We've also had our beach couples bring the Jolly Trolley. So that has been fun too, where everyone is kind of bussed out from Fenwick or Bethany or Ocean City. And then everyone's, rides the Jolly Trolley home together at the end of the night. So we've seen a little bit of everything, which has been fun. Again, for me as a new venue owner, I wanted to see what brides came to me with their creative, vendor use. So that's been really fun to see.
Do you have someone here the day of to herd people and be a little dance coordinator?
Yes, my husband and I, and usually 2 other helpers for us will be on the property the whole time. We actually do trash removal the whole evening, so we stay put the whole time. We will in addition to, like, if we were to have a rain plan and ceremony chairs would need to be moved, we would also take care of all of that. We do require each couple to have a booked wedding planner, at minimum a day of coordinator. It doesn't have to be a full planner, but someone to help keep them on their time schedule. So we're kind of in charge of the farm maintenance and things like that. And then our brides, we just ask them, they have someone that keeps them on their time schedule.
So when are the actual in-season, off-season regarding lavender?
Yes, so peak bloom for our variety of lavender starts around the 20th of June every year. And it runs through mid-July. So we do have 2 brides that have already booked peak bloom for next summer for 2027, which is so exciting. They'll be our first peak bloom brides next year. So we're super excited about that. After that, we really start coming in and harvesting it. Again, it's a usable farm commodity for us. So it has to be harvested really by the 15th of July and taken into the distillery. But again, I can't emphasize the beauty in the field even after it's harvested, because it really does look like a boxwood garden. The beauty of lavender is that almost all bugs hate lavender except bees and butterflies.
Oh, beautiful.
So during peak lavender season, should we have a wedding, the ceremony chairs are kind of tucked within the rows. The bees will happily eat, but happily also leave you alone.
Right, because they're busy.
Their tummies are so full, and they usually just take a nap there. They're not after anyone. So they're like the sweetest little tired, hungry bees, and the butterflies are all over. So depending on, again, whether you're choosing a date where the bud is still tight or whether the flower has opened, will determine how many butterflies are in the field. But
that's
really
fabulous.
Is beautiful. Yeah.
So you have this beautiful market store here that's open to the public all the time.
Yes, yes, we're open year round.
Is that something that's open when you're having events beforehand if the guests want to come early and shop?
Yes, so the store closes every day at 2.
Okay.
Typically our ceremonies aren't until 4 o'clock or later. And so, yes, you absolutely have the farm to yourself as a bride. But yes, we could end up having some guests come in and out as the bridal party is upstairs getting ready. And that's usually not an issue. But the farm is closed during all of our bridal events or our weddings. So you won't have to share the farm with the folks coming in and out.
That's really special and a very nice
it's funny because I feel like the farm and the store is still such a hidden gem. So we go to several farmers markets and people see us there, but most days the farm is still really nice and quiet. So.
Oh yeah, driving by, I was just like, "Whoa, I must missed it." Because it really is. It's tucked away, but when you're in here, it doesn't feel like that. It's set up very nicely to be private. From a distance,
yes. Then the whole property is very private. So wherever the ceremony takes place, we don't have homes. We don't have developments in your background photo, the background of your photos. Even when you're in the wedding venue, should we have rain and you go out to the porch, it's all ag fields.
Yeah.
So we're very secluded, very tucked away. There's no noise except the noise you're making.
Yeah.
And you know, I think people like that.
Yeah, and as a backup plan, rain plan, it is a beautiful backdrop.
Thank you.
So,
yeah, we're very pleased with the porch, the whole wedding venue. We decided at the last minute to do the drywall, and I really think it looks very polished now.
Oh, yeah.
Very put together.
Very much so.
And lovely.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a great canvas. You can
It
do
is.
anything with it.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for meeting up with us in this busy season for you.
Thank you.
What is the best way for someone to get in contact with you to do a tour or open house? What is your process for that?
Yes. Well, we're on all the socials. So Brittingham Farms, Instagram, Facebook. We have a wonderful website, so brittinghamfarms.com. Our address is in Millsboro, so 22518 Phillips Hill Road in Millsboro. We're on the west side of 113 in the ag section. We're around the corner from Plantation Lakes is a big development locally. We're back behind Lowe's and the BJ's. So you can find us in the ag section of Millsboro, not the beach section. So we're about 30 minutes from really all of the beaches.
Yeah.
And that makes us appealing too, that, you know, really whether you're coming from Lewis, Rehoboth, Bethany, Fenwick, or Ocean City, or Salisbury, we're 30 minutes from all of them.
No, yeah, that's
really
it's a great
centrally
crossroads.
located. But you have to be looking for us. We're not on a main road.
Yes.
You have to purposely want to come here and find us.
And that's okay.
And when you get here, you'll have maybe a couple extra friends here, but you'll have the property to yourself. So.
That's fantastic.
Anything else you wanted to share that you may not have told us so far?
Nope. This has been a wonderful experience for our family. The whole purpose in restoring this family farm, and like I said, we're almost 100 years old in the same family. We will be applying for that Century Farm Award in the next 5-6 years. We're very proud of that. But the whole purpose of this was to encourage our kids to take over someday and not be tempted to sell. So these weddings are a very important part of our business.
Yes.
You know, the store, between the store and the lavender field and the tours that we do and the markets that we do, all of these things, you know, when a couple books with us, they are supporting a real farm family that really had to get creative to keep everything going. You know, we can't farm the way that our grandparents did.
No.
It won't support a family of 5.
Nope.
And so we had to get creative with the land that we had because we are competing now with big developers, you know, in the state of Delaware, and our farmland is disappearing faster than we can keep track of. And so every single family that purchases something from us, books with us, comes and visits us, it's one more drop in the bucket to keeping this place afloat and open to the public and competitive and viable.
Yeah.
So it's keeping us running. Everyone that comes and visits and supports us is making a difference. So that's the biggest message, is that
100%.
You know, just to offer an on-farm experience for our community and to allow our kids opportunity to step into a family business. I would have loved to have had that as a kid.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, there were a lot of things here that needed to be done. And if you followed our journey and you look back really far on my Instagram business baby book, you'll see a third world country when we started.
Wow.
And we really have done a complete 180 on the transformation of this farm. And we're so proud to share it with everybody.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I can't wait for you to continue building into that big picture that you have.
Thank you so much.
Because it's beautiful.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us. And to see more about this amazing vendor and their products or services, please visit our webpage, downtownbridalmd.com, and go to the Vendor Collective page.